Marriage Bootcamp. Minister Ron Sean Franklin has an unparalleled passion to see marriages that are alive and thriving, expressing the fullness of God's design. Their dynamic, colorful, and transparent approach to sharing foundational biblical truths for marriages has transformed families across the country and abroad.
Here on the battleground, for your glory, we're taking territory, fighting unseen enemies like never before.
Hi, I'm Minister Ron Franklin.
And I'm Minister LaShawn Franklin.
We are over the Marriage Bootcamp. Sweetie, what do you think about Marriage Bootcamp?
I love Marriage Bootcamp. Marriage Bootcamp is one of the most powerful pieces that helps couples, that really assists couples into recreating their marriage.
Recreating their marriage. You don't think it's just for the bad people?
Oh no, Marriage Bootcamp is for the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the term that we usually use, because even if you have a great marriage, we always find things to do to actually improve ourselves and grow together as a couple, because that's really important. And Marriage Bootcamp is one of those vehicles that allows us to do that.
Yeah, and the awesome part about Marriage Bootcamp, it is a 10-week course. And the 10-week course, to me, now I don't know why everybody think it's too short. You know, I never could figure it out, but they feel like, okay, we get in there, they go through the 10 weeks, and to them it goes so fast. But I mean, is it because they have such a good time or what? I mean, what is it? Or we just have anointed teachers? We
have anointed teachers, we have anointed lessons, and the couples actually really invest in their marriage. A lot of us, we get married, we love each other, marriage kind of goes through its motions, we have children, and our attention then is drawn away from our marriage. So Marriage Bootcamp is really a good time. And a consistent 10 weeks, you can develop new habits. Usually a lot of our couples take those Monday nights and reestablish date nights for each other. They don't tell their kids they're not going to boot camp. So they have an ongoing personal boot camp together. So I think that's why couples really think the class is too short, because now they're actually investing together.
Yep, and the awesome part, I've noticed that we're talking about investing, because marriages need to be invested into. A lot of couples nowadays, they're going through so much stuff. They don't want to talk to nobody. They don't want to seek counsel.
A lot of couples don't know who to talk to. They don't know who to talk to, so.
Yeah. Actually, some of them do, but I think it's a lot of pride. They don't want to go in there, everybody know their business.
Right,
you know.
right.
And I think that's really like one of the biggest things, but to let everybody know that Marriage Bootcamp is safe.
Actually, absolutely. I'm glad you said that, honey, because we keep a safe atmosphere in Marriage Bootcamp. It is not a dumping ground. It is not a group therapy session. It is a working time for couples. You are in class. It is marriage education. You come together, you do projects together, you do homework together, you do lessons together. You learn how to really work together again.
Yep, and don't let it fool you. A lot of people hear that word boot camp and they get scared. And I don't know why they get scared, because boot camp, if you're paying for boot camp to come in, it's supposed to be like a boot camp. But the one thing that I can say about Marriage Boot Camp, it not only is it a time that, they begin to refresh with each other, relearn each other, come together even tighter. Because even with the marriages, like even the ones that are good, we always get the famous ones. Oh, our marriage is good. And then we get the ones, our marriage is not so good. And then you get the ones that, okay, well, it's okay, but we could use a little help. But everybody that comes out of Marriage Bootcamp always excelled to the next level.
Yes,
I mean,
including us.
Yeah.
Including us. We have done Marriage Bootcamp currently, probably at the time that you're watching this video, for the past 4 years. No, 7 years. I'm sorry, for 7 years now. Mm-hmm. And we grow each time. We grow each time. We're challenged each time. All of us go through our growth spurts during Marriage Bootcamp. So it's a wonderful program. And we want to tell you a little bit more about the content of Marriage Bootcamp. Honey, can you tell them some of the topics that we cover? Give them some of the
just a little bit
high level.
Okay, I give them just a little bit, because I don't want them to be like, I know what that's about.
Right.
So this is what the Marriage Bootcamp look like. You will have this, 10 weeks. We talk about a few things such as communication. 1 and 2, we talk about a little bit dynamics about communication, because every couple has to learn how to communicate. Whether you're married from 6 months to
60
80 years,
it doesn't
60,
even
80
matter.
years, Everybody
Doesn't matter.
always have to learn to communicate.
Right.
You know, the Bible talks about we go from glory to glory.
That's right.
And even our communication, we are supposed to go from
Glory to glory.
And even
That's
with
right.
that, we have a part 1 and part 2 to that. And a lot of people think like, well, I know so much.
And it's not so much about learning how to talk to each other. We all know how to talk. But it's a learning effective tools. Literally, you walk out of boot camp, when you graduate from boot camp, you have a whole toolbox full of tools that you can pull out at any time. And of course, we understand with the toolbox, you need to learn what to use and when. And this is what the communication toolbox is about. You learn problem-solving techniques, you learning speaking techniques, listening techniques, and it's very powerful.
And the awesome part about that, after we get through just the communication 1 and 2, then we also have finances.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Because we
another big
understand
thing.
statistics
Yes.
say that the big three in the trouble in couple relationships is communication, finances, and intimacy, or sex, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and then that's like usually one of the biggest ones. But the funny part is usually what most couples go through, and I'm pretty sure you agree with this, that after they go through the finance, because if you was like any of us, you know, I know y'all perfect out there, but me and Sean, you know, we went through some stuff. You know, our financial piece right there, and we had to learn ourselves, even though we wrote the program, but we still learning at the same time. It's
Absolutely.
like, oh my God, God is just giving us the revelation and wisdom and insight that we're helping each other. And I feel that I'm a whole lot better than we were 15 years
Oh,
ago.
absolutely, absolutely. And then the intimacy portion, we don't just talk about intimacy, natural intimacy, and the mechanics of that, even though that is part of it. But we actually, once again, we give you tools to actually increase the levels of intimacy ongoing in your marriage relationship. So we really want you guys to really feel comfortable. It's very safe. The program is designed for safety. There are leaders, there are platoons. I mean, it's really military style, but it's done in an attitude of love and excellence. And I guarantee you, you will not regret signing up for Marriage Boot Camp.
And another thing that I really like to say is that we do usually start pretty much at 6:30. I just want to emphasize this. I'm not a meanie or anything like that, but we are of integrity. So we just suggest that everybody get there on time, because we are there to learn. We are there to even grow.
Well, we're structured like military. You don't want to be late.
Right.
You don't want to be late.
Because we definitely want to keep it on time.
You don't want to come out of uniform either.
Oh, definitely. After the first week, you're okay. But afterwards, they're mine.
They're yours.
They're mine?
They're yours.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, but besides that, the couples always have a good time. They'll come in and get a chance to enjoy. And just to let you know also, we have an awesome, wonderful staff that we have working there too also. We have such leaders as...
Well, I think all of our staff members have been through Marriage Boot Camp, every last one of them. So they understand, they were always on the other side of that. Their marriages grew, and that's why they come back and actually continue to serve in Marriage Boot Camp. So currently we have a staff of like about 40 people, 20 couples that come back on a regular basis to help you grow. And they're so convinced that this is the thing that God has put on our hearts to share with other people, that they sow their time, talent, and treasure. None of us get paid for this Marriage Boot Camp, but they understand the benefits of sowing and reaping. So we just want to show you our registration form. If you can download it from online from our website. Also, you can download it from the DWO website, and it's called Marriage Boot Camp. Marriage Boot Camp isn't for wimps, because we know marriage is not for wimps. We used to say ain't for wimps, because that's the truth. Marriage is not for the weak at heart. It is for those who really want to excel in Christ. We have some awesome testimonies of couples who have been through Marriage Boot Camp, couples who were already divorced and remarried as a result of Marriage Boot Camp, couples who have been separated for years, coming back together, fixing their marriage with different tools. And I mean, there are tons and tons of things, and hopefully we'll get some video testimonies to you soon.